Hello and welcome to the channel. First of all, I have to apologize because I could not upload a video last week. I was traveling overseas and then I was busy with some corporate webinars on stress management, mental health. I didn't get time. But today I want to use this opportunity to take a leaf from those seminars and share some tools with you which can help you in improving your mental wellness. But before we do that, I would like you to grab a pen and a pencil because it's going to be interactive. Let's do it together. See you there. Welcome back. Have you seen every day life puts us through various scenarios? Sometimes pleasant scenarios, sometimes not so pleasant scenarios. Pleasant scenarios everyone enjoys, so let's not talk about it. Let's zoom in into the unpleasant one. These are the ones where we need mentoring. These are the ones where we need help because they make us stressful. Life gives us various scenarios. If you deeply look at it, it has three sections. Some part of it we can control, some part of it we cannot control, but there is a little bit of influence. We can push a bit. And the third part where we cannot do anything. Let me explain this with an example. These days my son is preparing for VCE exam and he came to me and we were discussing how we can improve the SAC scores so that we get a better attire at the end of the year. I told him the same thing. What is controllable, what is in your full control is working hard, understanding what teacher is teaching, doing all the questions in your book, trying some old past year sample papers. This is in your control. This, if you focus, if you work hard on this area, it will increase your probability of getting good marks. The second part is influence. You keep your attendance good, have a good rapport with your teacher, ensure you don't do any nonsense. That will improve the impression in the mind of teacher. And when he looks at your paper, he may have some feeling for you. He may like to ignore some silly mistakes. Or he may come and give you some feedback which may help you. This is the influence part. On the influence part from the corporate life, let me give you one more example. You may be very hardworking, you may be very talented, you may be the best in the team, but if your management does not like you, you will not get promotion. Influence has a multiplication factor on our growth. So this is also one area which we need to keep in mind. The third aspect is what we cannot control. In case of my son, he came up and told me that there are 4 sections and every section has a different physics teacher. 3 teachers are cool, but 1 teacher is very strict and he may put a very difficult paper. So he was worried if the paper is set by that teacher, it will be very difficult. I told him, this is not in your control. This is not in your influence. So why think about it? Forget it. Just focus on what's in your control. Focus on what's in your influence. Work on these 2 things and ignore what is not in your control. Don't worry about it. It worked well. He did very good in his exams and he got very good scores. Now, I want to pause here, ask you to take any scenario in your life, use your pen and pencil and break that down into what are controllable parameters, what are influence parameters, and what is something not in your control for that situation. And I see you back soon. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed this activity. So you must have seen that there are 3 sections. Of course, the first section, I need not to tell you, whatever is in your control, do your best. Second one, influence, try your best. And the third one, just ignore it. Identify what's not in your control, just leave it. I tell you one secret. Most of us always try to think about things that are not in our control. And that's where we get stress. That's what worries us the most. Example of my son, he was worried if the paper is tough, if Mr. A sets it, what is going to happen? It will be difficult. How I will do this, how I will do this. And that was the cause of stress for him. I'm sure if you identify those items which you cannot control and ignore them, you will be able to put your best foot forward. You'll be able to work on things which are in your domain. Once you do it, stress levels goes down, happy hormones are produced, stressful hormones go down, and you live a healthy life. Think about it. Use this trick, use this technique more and more in your day-to-day life and see how it transforms you. A lot of more such exercises are there in our workshop. If you need one-to-one mentoring, give us a call. We are just a phone call away. Have a good time. Bye for now.